Hey guys, today I'm going to film a quick and refreshing stretching routine. This one's going to target mostly the legs, but it will be full body and you'll feel totally awake and ready to tackle your day afterwards. Please grab your water, grab a mat, and let's go.
Hey, what's up guys? Let's start this one off today at the top of our mats, feet together, arms just relaxed by your side, and start by shrugging your shoulders back, visualizing the movement of your shoulder blades, really squeezing them together and then releasing. Lots of breath. And then take them forward. Really exaggerate the movement. Make it nice and slow and controlled. Connect with the muscle. And then squeeze your shoulders up to your ears and relax down. Try to take them up as high as you can. And relax. And then last one. And relaxing down. Taking your feet a little bit wider, inhale your fingertips up toward the sky, pausing for a moment, and then swooping your arms down. Inhale, fingertips to the sky, and releasing them down to your sides. One more of these. Following your fingertips with your gaze, reaching a little higher, and then roll down one vertebrae at a time. We're going to come all the way forward into a forward fold, pausing, and inhaling, stacking back up to standing, fingertips reaching up to the sky, and exhale, rolling back down again. Pausing for a moment, and inhaling back up to standing, allowing yourself a little bit of an arch through your back before coming back down, forward fold. Last one of these, reaching up to the sky. Now go ahead and bend through the right elbow and use your left hand to just gently pull backwards on the elbow. We're trying to go for a tricep stretch here while still opening through the chest, staying lifted, filling your lungs with oxygen, reaching back up and then switching arms, bending through the left elbow this time, using that right hand to gently lengthen and stretch through the underside of the arm. And last breath, releasing your arms, reaching them up high, and then folding forward again into forward fold. Placing your fingertips on the mat, coming into flat back, gaze forward, and exhale, coming into forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. And last one. Exhaling into a forward fold. Now I want you to walk your hands out. We're going to come into a downward facing dog position. If you are just waking up, you might be a little stiffer than normal. Go ahead and pedal your feet to release through the calves and the hamstrings. Take a couple ankle rolls here. Stretch through the arches. Just warming everything up. Now widening your stance. Really pressing through your shoulders, opening through the chest. I want you to walk your hands out to the right side of your mat and feel it stretch along the left side of your body. And coming back to center. Inhale here, and exhaling, walking those hands over toward the left side this time. And then coming back to center. Digging into the stretch just a little deeper. And then slowly walk those hands back to your feet, keeping your feet about mat width. And I want you to take your right hand and put it on the ground and look up and over that left shoulder. And then swooping around, switching left hand on the ground. We're just going to alternate a twist back and forth here. You can take it at your own pace. Try to exhale, twist, and inhale, center, just to connect with the breath. Adding a bit of movement here is a really great way to improve your flexibility. It's also not as painful as just holding a stretch for 30 seconds, say. And this is a great one for your hamstrings. Coming back now to center, just holding here in wide-legged forward fold for a second. And when you're ready, walking those hands out again, coming into downward facing dog, bring your feet together, focus on your breath. And when you're ready, I want you to exhale, coming into a full plank position, strong through the core, strong through the arms. And visualize being a long line from the tips of your toes through the top of your head. Add a little bit of a rock, pressing forward through the toes and then pressing back through the heels. A little bit of a core challenge here, just waking everything up. Pressing the mat away, making sure your body isn't collapsing. And then hop or walk forward, coming into a seated position, stretching your legs out in front of you, flexing through the feet, really sitting up tall. I want you to reach your hands up to the sky and then swoop them forward toward your toes on the exhale. Inhaling back up to seated, reaching your arms up tall, and then exhale, swooping them down, trying to reach as far as you can, whether that's your shins or your toes. Slowly roll back up to seated, opening through the chest, arching through the back, hands up, and then swooping forward again. And just take a moment here. Try to get your nose to your knees. Coming into seated, flexing through the bottom of the feet, taking a few shoulder rolls, first back and then forward, pointing through the feet, flexing through the feet. Concentrate on your posture, on creating length between your ears and your shoulders, and alternate pointing and then flexing at your own pace, wiggling the toes maybe. Now take your right leg and hook it over your left, using your left arm on your knee for leverage as you stretch to the side of the leg and the glute. And remember to keep your gaze lifted. Don't let your body collapse forward. Try to deepen the twist on every exhale. Last breath here. And then take that right leg long, switching legs, hooking the left leg now over the right, and gazing over the left shoulder. Make sure you're checking in with yourself. Don't let your shoulder blades creep up. Keep them down and back. Stay nice and lifted through the chest. And take lots of breath. Our final inhale and exhaling, taking your legs long again, pointing through the feet. And then scooch up and come all the way down onto your back. And we're gonna take our right leg, hooking it over our left knee, coming into a nice glute stretch. You can add a little bit of a rock back and forth, using that right hand on your right knee to deepen and open through the hips. And you can stay here, or as you'll see me do, I will release that right hand from the right knee and just bring it all closer towards my chest. So this is just a deeper version. And you can lengthen that left leg, pointing it up to the sky, or you can keep it bent if you're a little stiff or not as flexible. And releasing down, switching legs, hooking left ankle over right knee, pressing away the left hand on the left knee, adding a gentle rock here. And if you like, you can release the left hand down and lengthen that right leg up toward the sky for both a hamstring and a glute stretch. Pointing, flexing. If you flex your feet, you'll really notice a difference with these stretches. Awesome. Releasing down, feet to the mat. I want you to zip up your legs and guide them both over toward the right side of your mat for a deep spinal twist, looking over that left shoulder. And take 3 deep breaths here. On the exhale, using your core to lift your legs up and over, taking them to the left side of your mat. taking your right arm long and looking out toward your fingertips. Again, we'll take 3 deep breaths here. Exhaling your legs back to center, bringing both knees to your chest. Inhale and exhale, taking your left leg long, right knee to chest, pointing through the feet. If you like, you can peel your head and shoulders off the mat just to activate through the core a little bit more. And then I want you to let that left leg drop down to the mat, and using your hands, guide that right knee in a circle. This one looks a little weird, but it is great for releasing tight hips. And after you've done 5 or so in one direction, make sure you switch and go the opposite direction. And last one, bringing your knee back to center and straightening that leg, flexing and pointing through both feet. You can bring the left leg up off the mat and the head and shoulders up off the mat too if you want to challenge your core. And if you aren't as flexible, feel free to keep that right leg bent. Just make sure you are pushing yourself, because that is the only way that you will get more flexible. And a few more breaths. Releasing the legs, we're going to bring the left knee into chest now, right leg reaching long. And just hold here, lots of breath. Releasing that right leg down to the ground, and your head and shoulders too if they were up. And then just using your hands to guide the left knee in a circle in the hip joint. Releasing and stretching. And after you've gone one direction, make sure you switch it and go the other direction. Just 2 more. And releasing to center, taking the left leg long, reaching the toes up toward the sky, and then reaching those right toes out in front of you. As long as you can. Think of yourself as a long line being stretched in 2 opposite directions. And try pointing and flexing your feet. See how that feels. Inhale and exhale, rolling up to seated. And we're going to take our legs wide, coming into a straddle stretch, as wide as is comfortable. Sitting up nice and tall, and then I want you to just add a gentle hinge forward, hinging through the hips, keeping your back straight, but just letting gravity do its work. Breathing here, you should be feeling this. And when you're ready, sitting up tall and guiding your torso over your right side, keeping that left arm hooked behind your back to really help you keep your chest open and lifted. And then I want you to unhook the left arm and bring it up and over with the goal of connecting your hands and that right foot. Another very intense stretch. You should definitely be feeling this along your left side. Slowly releasing, coming back up into a seated position, and then folding over that left side this time, hooking the right arm over the right side. Keeping your chest open and not collapsed forward. Inhale and exhale, reaching that right arm up and over, enjoying that stretch along the right side this time. Reaching a little further, keeping your gaze up toward the sky if you can. And exhale, sitting up tall, Coming into a hurdle stretch this time, connecting the bottom of your left foot with your right thigh and folding over that right leg. Inhale, taking your gaze long past those right toes, and then exhale, folding forward over the right leg again. On every inhale, try to lift, and on every exhale, try to lengthen. And rolling up into seated, switching legs, and exhaling, reaching up and over that left leg. Inhale, taking your gaze long, flat back, and then exhale, folding forward, reaching a little further this time. And just connect with your breath here. And last breath. Coming up into a seated position, taking your legs out in front of you again, and making your way into a forward fold position, fingertips on the mat, and then slowly stacking into a standing position. For a glute stretch here, we're going to hook our right leg over our left and staying lifted through the chest, palms together in prayer position, or yoga symbols, or rock out, whatever you want to do. As long as you're staying lifted and open, not letting your shoulders creep up or your upper body droop down toward the mat. Stay nice and tall, feeling the stretch through the right glute. And coming into standing, getting ready to switch over to the other side without falling over. Staying nice and lifted, fix your gaze on a point to help with balance. On every exhale, try to challenge yourself and sit down a little bit deeper. Never let it be easy. One more breath, and standing up tall, feet mat width, arms reaching up to the sky, bending through the back. Clasping your hands behind you, taking a deep chest opener stretch, gazing up toward the sky. Breathing really deeply, filling the lungs with oxygen. And now take those hands up above your head, stretching through the back, and then fold forward into forward fold. Using your core to stack back up to standing, reaching your fingertips toward the sky, opening your arms out to the side for cactus arms, shoulder blades down and back. Swooping your arms up to the sky once more, and then folding back down into forward fold. Exhaling out all the oxygen, and then inhaling, filling your lungs again. Arms up above your head, and then driving your elbows back down toward the ground for cactus arms. Taking our shoulders down and back, just like we did when we started this routine, but hopefully you're more awake, more limber. Inhale, really shrugging your shoulders back, opening your posture up, setting the tone for a positive day. And now I want you to take your shoulders toward the front of your mat, connecting with your breath still. Never forget your breath. And squeeze your shoulder blades one last time. And release down, and we are done. Thanks so much for stretching with me. I really hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please like and subscribe. It really supports my channel. Bye.